What's going on, guys? Back for another one. Today we have a special treat. First time testing out a tobacco flavor.
Outbound, inbound?
1 second, that is me. Inbound, go ahead.
You send that A&A logistics there?
10-4.
Highly taken.
10-4. I think I see him sitting on my driveway, but I don't know if that's him or not. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All day long, man. All right. So back to what I was saying. We have a special treat. First time doing a tobacco flavor, but it's not all tobacco. It is a cream-based as well because I couldn't do just tobacco for some reason. I don't know if anybody else has had this. It's for me, it was just a craving where I was like, yeah, I really want like a nice cigar or unfortunately a cigarette, but I said no. There's no way I'm doing it. It's been this long without them. I'm not putting that in my body again. So, yeah, so what we have today is, boom, MIlkman Heritage Gold. It is a classic tobacco flavor with honey and cream. Honey and cream, yeah, all about it. Always my creams. That's where I'm at. But yeah, so I've been vaping on this for quite a few now. I actually picked it up today, so it hasn't been crazy long, but enough to get, the back flavors and enough to really understand what this is bringing to the table. As far as this one goes, man, it is delicious. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually really, really, really good. Shout outs again to Create a Sig, Waco, Texas. Hooked it up. I think it was like one of their only bottles that they had on the shelf. So I said, hey, let me try it. I'll give you guys a heads up on if it's good or not, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, I would definitely give this 2 thumbs up if you are either craving your cigarettes again or your cigars, and you really just don't want to go back to them. You really want to stick to this vaping plan that you've got going. Good for you guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Hell no. Just don't. So yeah, what I get from this is actually a lot more than what it says it is. It says it's just classic tobacco flavor with honey and cream. Man, they could have. Yeah. When I first vaped on it, and really just tried to get it in there and figure out what was going on, I actually got quite a bit of flavors. Definitely got that honey, definitely got that cream, but that tobacco in there, it's not really a classic tobacco to me. It's definitely a pipe tobacco-esque with almost a bourbon finish. It's got like a bourbon burn with the cream on the back end and the honey there. So I would actually kind of classify it as a nice drink, I mean, like a nice cocktail is what I got from it. Maybe like a hot toddy with some cream in it, if you know what a hot toddy is. It's basically just whiskey, honey, lemon. If you were talking about this one, you'd have to add some cream. But yeah, I mean, it is fantastic. It comes in these bottles here, which look like the classic glass bottles with the glass. It does have, the glass dripper, which, as I've explained before, I'm not a fan of the glass dripper, but hey, at least we're getting somewhere. This is a plastic bottle, which I'm a big fan of because you get that cool bottle look, but you're not going to be afraid to break it and take it with you. And yeah, so it's actually on the, yeah, I like where they're headed with this. But yeah, if they could just bring in, please, it is getting harder to open for one. But there we go. Maybe not. All right, did we get it? Yeah, we got it. But this is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, I guess you can. That is the color of the juice, and the viscosity is, yes. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty, I would say it's a little bit on the thicker side, but for the VG-PG ratio, what I read on the box, it actually doesn't, I don't believe it says it on the actual bottle itself, but the box it came in, which is cool too. I've got it in the car. I don't have it with me right now, but it is a 70-30 blend, if that's what I remember seeing. 70 VG, 30 PG, like always. But yeah, it is a damn good juice. Damn good juice. If you're looking for that, tobacco fix that I was. I just kind of walked into the vape shop and said, "Look, man, I'm having one of those days where I really want a cigarette or a cigar or some sort of something to give me that fix." And yeah, we started testing out different ones, and then he said, "Hey, I'll let you give this one a try. It's actually pretty well brand new. We don't have any besides this one in here, so go ahead and try it if you like it. We'll see what it goes." And we started talking about my YouTube channel and all that stuff, and yeah, man, it's from the Drip Club Los Angeles, or it's sponsored by the Drip Club. It's also obviously made by the MIlkman liquid. Yeah, it is really good. Like always, boom, got it. I'm actually thinking about changing to a squonk mod. I know I've heard a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about these squonk mods. I just think it's kind of cool to put your juice in there and just kind of squeeze on it, and everything gets ready to go, and you're ready to vape and get yourself started. So, but yeah, I mean, that is the only juice that I actually have today for review. Hold on a minute. I knew I was hearing something. Sorry, guys, had to run out on you. Work. As always, I do my videos at work. It can sometimes be a pain to do the videos here because obviously I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, that, and that, and that. But it is kind of the only time that I get to make these videos. And I know a lot of people aren't watching, and that's alright. Maybe one day. Probably not. But I just do it just in case somebody does stumble upon it and is trying to find some good juice. And I actually am going to be doing some more of these juice reviews fairly often, because I've got some other people that are giving me juice and trying to figure out if it's good or not. So we will try it. But as far as it goes, it was nice hanging out. It was nice talking about this wonderful e-juice. Remember the name? MIlkman Heritage Gold. Fantastic. If you can find it, I suggest picking it up. It is worth it. Definitely worth it. Yeah, and again, shout out to Create a Sig, Waco, Texas. If you're here watching and you're here listening to what me babble on about everything else, and hey, give me a shout out, comment, hit that button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys here in the next couple days, like always. All right, guys. Have a good day. Enjoy the video. See y'all later.